Hey guys, welcome back to the CNJSHOW, and I got my favorite gin and juice here, and I got my sister NEEK, and we hope that you guys are having a good day. Now let's get on with this topic. Now, the first time I did this video with Gramz entering and breaking into this house, it was kind of sort of like it was a joke because I honestly thought that was a joke because I'm thinking. We can tell all the tales. I can get with a group of middle school kids, high school kids, and I swear, I don't think not nobody's going to tell me something is crazy. Like, I don't even know if a 15 to 17-year-old would even think, hey, let's just open up somebody's door and try to open it, walk in, open it up, run through it, play in the house, give them a massive powder tag, and then on the way that we're out, go look inside the refrigerator and grab whatever in there, some eggs or a carton of milk, and then on our way coming out, oh, that's their ex car. Well, not ex, that's their girl car. Let's just throw it and then just leave and then run out. Just leave like that and don't say nothing else. Let's just keep it that way. Okay. Now, I just seen the video with Leelee when she was, the car ran. She was kind of saying something about it. So I just seen that. And so therefore, I said, okay, let me speak on this because it is something very serious. And I wish I probably wouldn't even went on and did that first video, but I did. And I did not know, but it's something serious. And I think it happens in the African American culture where we see certain things, we call out so many things, and we know so much. Like, we know who's cheating on who, we know who's we know who's bisexual, we know who's gay, we know who's straight, we know who's the baby daddy from who's not, who we know who good parents, we know who, if the kids is good, we know who is sick, we know who's on food stamps, we know all the details with stuff. We know who's on housing, who's getting Section 8, who's getting all this stuff, who then went down there and then put their baby daddy on child support. We know everything when it comes down. We know when who is this is the right time to go and apply, for the house, and this and this one's only paying $2.50 for their house this month, and who then got their tax money from who couldn't get it because they were, we know who got the PP loans, even if you could put that up on you can just find that stuff out for yourself. We don't care about that. We know personally before they did that who got the loans. We know all that. But one thing we refuse to know is when someone is having a mental breakdown, when someone is depressed, when somebody is losing it, when someone is not their self, when somebody then, got on some booger sugar and it really has took them totally in a different way. Like, this is not your afternoon thing to do. You have really gotten on it and you need some help and you have lost your mind. And this is the part that we don't know, because this is something that our culture tell us is you don't name it, you don't claim it, you don't say it, you don't speak of it. You just don't do nothing and you won't have it, which is so, oh God, that is so natural. And when you see it, we don't know how to identify it. We think that the person is just acting, oh yeah, you know what, they're just going through their little moment in time. But my thing is, right, and I'm not saying anything about nobody's background, and I'm not. So I'm not saying anything about nobody's background because I know everybody has something in their background, in their family background, and different things that they deal with. But if you look into both of their relationships, you do see that this is nothing you can't hide it. Leelee comes from a loving background from both ends. I mean, I've never heard her say like she has a second stepmom. I haven't heard that part, but I know that she have two good stepdads. You have a great mom. Your family, with your sisters and brothers, they're very loving. The friends that you do, connect with, y'all be having a good relationship. The dads, you don't have to have no good relationship with the baby dads. You just need them to get their kids and have a good relationship with, the kids. Like, I trust you enough. I know you are just a good dad. Point blank, period. The dads have been in the kids' lives, and that's how, you know, heck, Leelee, which a lot of us, if we have kids, wish that we had the life that she had, to just be able to sometimes get a peace of mind, just to know, like, darn it, the grandma is involved. The grandma can go get the kids, so they know that's not a factor. The dads are in the kids' life. You're gonna be able to get a break. You ain't just got no kids, all in the videos the whole time, all over you, aggravating you. Just there's a bunch of aggravation. You see that, so she gets this spoiled in a good way, given, and then you see with Gramz, I never knew what the relationship was, but I always seen that she was close to Darian, and then, they always linked up and did a little couple things. The mom, I probably done seen the mom a couple of times in the videos, and I just know it seemed like, okay, she got sisters and families in different states out, but it seemed like everybody was good. How people handle stuff, don't know on that side, but it seemed like it was decent. But this was the thing that I want everybody to kind of like be aware of, because you got to be aware of this stuff. Sometimes, right, what goes on is we look at love and what we do when we get with someone. We do go in, whether you go in truthful or not being truthful, however you want to do it. But somebody sees something first before the other one. So you automatically know if you got somebody hooked. Like, darn it, I see they real hooked over me. They'll, god darn it, they're gonna make sure I'm good. Like, I see their love power machine for me is on, like, it's on 180 degrees. They got this thing for me. And so oftentimes what happen when someone feel like, darn it, this person's gonna do for me, I can, the things that break people's heart, I know I can just come back and say I'm sorry, and they're gonna forgive me. They're gonna be right back. Then that's gonna be the end of it, and we back together. We take those things for granted, and we look at that person's always being there, and so therefore we don't know that person's strengths at all. Like, we truly don't know it. We just only know that they're not gonna leave. They do whatever I say. And honestly, even when I'm wrong, I had them chasing me. Like, do that even make no sense that I got you chasing me for you to give me your wrong answer when I already knew that I was home and I've been doing everything that I was supposed to be doing, and you out there in the world and I'm home inside the house where I'm supposed to be. But I'm calling and chasing you for answers. And guess what you get to do? You get to pick up and do whatever it is that you want to do whenever you get good and ready. And only thing I do is sit with frustration and aggravation, and then that's it. Maybe even hit you a couple of times, because God knows you need it, and then just leave it be. But regardless of what you do, you feel you can do any and everything, because you feel like you're that person. Until the person wake up, something that you never thought they'd do. You never thought they was gonna ever wake up out of the coma that they were in, and you never thought it was going to get up. But see, the thing about that was the person got up, not because they wanted to get up out of the coma that they were in. Now, I never know. I don't even know if this is true when they be like, oh, never wake up a winter bear when he's hibernating and stuff. I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know if that's a tale or if that's true, but I know I've seen, I done seen SpongeBob, and I done seen some TV shows. And if you do disturb they sleep, that's just an angry mess. But I'm going to go back and see if that's even real. But back to what I was saying. Now, we don't look at that to be something, because if you do decide to wake this person up out their coma. You don't expect for them to do good. You expecting for them to be still weak because you feel like, oh, I put you in this place and you gotta heal and blah blah blah. But see, it's just something for me about having a praying family with your own self, having a relationship with God and understanding, like, listen, this is not what I desire. I don't desire to be stuck. I don't desire to be hurt. I want to get a peace of mind. I want to be able to know the direction that I'm always going. I don't want nobody to keep doing this. And you really don't understand that you have full control over that person. It's just that the person was too dumb to know that when they had you, to appreciate it until you let them leave and they truly leave, to understand, like, listen, honestly, you played a major part in my life because there's not too many people that's going to care the way that you do, that's going to love the way that you do, the way that they're just not going to put all that energy into it. And so now we got months later, something goes on, something that is off key, because to me, what's not off key, if you go and just to say, if you decide to walking up in that house, or if you broke in, entered in, however, and y'all first broke up, within the first 2 months, that's I would say that's normal, but that's scary. I would say it's normal, but it's scary. You should be on a little bit of alert, because you just never know who's gonna be knocking on that window or that door. I would be on normal alert, because that's kind of like the normal craziness. We just broke up. We didn't had all these years invested, this money, this everything. A whole 8 months, maybe close to darn near a year. I don't expect nobody to go and get. I am not trying to be talking on no phone, talking about something. Oh yeah, guess what? It was the sister that had the key. Nobody should have had nothing. Even if y'all did, it shouldn't have been working to the point where you would have done. Like, nobody shouldn't have did that. Like, no, that's the I'm finna beat your behind right then and there. Get up. Once I would have heard this was I would have heard you. I was gonna be like running and jogging, doing everything I could do to get to you and let you know that wasn't cool, because you think that you're finna give me a freaking massive heart attack and you decided to leave, but that God decided to actually help me get over you while you sitting up here making these freaking stories that you're doing, and then you acting like you don't know, and then you do this voice like you've been asleep. Girl, you was not asleep. You was totally up. You were up. We all know that you was up. We heard it. You was good as, hey, get off my phone. And what makes it so bad is the very next day you go and you just put this video up and you don't say a word. You're never saying anything. I don't know what is crazier, that you just like that. There's the mental part that we need to be praying about to make sure, because we be thinking that things can't go wrong, people can't do. You sound like the case of the guy from you, for real. Like, you went there like, yeah, you know what? I got it. I plan on going, because Leelee said that you were like, oh yeah. She just planned on talking. This is what she was probably planning on doing, is us talking. Okay, but if you was planning on talking, you don't need nobody else with you. What, you forgot you had 2 other people in the car with you? No. And if she came and went inside the house, you went inside the house knowing, like Leelee said, okay, you went in the house knowing, okay, she wouldn't have did that if she knew that the kids was there in the house. Okay, that makes it even more scarier, because you knew the kids wasn't in the house and you got 2 other people with you and you still decided to go inside of the house. So what were your plans? And I'm sorry, from this point here, I don't know. I think sometimes we take people lightly. And I would hope that Leelee don't forget about this and do the things that she need to do. Get those cameras from that neighbor and see what's going on. Because for me, you could have wanted to come in there and have a plan to do something to you and to B, or to do anything. Who knows? You had, obviously you thought that B was there. That's why you had 2 other people there. What happened to where the plan stopped? Somebody got scared. Who got scared and felt like, oh, you know what? Someone thought this is too much. We could be possibly going to prison for the rest of our life, or something could happen. Who thought what first? Somebody thought something. Because I wouldn't even want I would not want Leelee to even consider or to think that this is something that's just a little joke somewhat, or not a joke, like, oh, ain't, to even think that this is what somebody would want you or whatever. What were you trying to do? Because then I don't know, but if it was my ex that called me, knowing that you stay by yourself, if it wasn't me, and I know that you got the kids there, and I supposedly just tried to go see the kids and see how the kids was doing, like, I would show some concern of being concerned. You didn't do that. Oh, y'all start playing on my phone. But with your pretend fake voice, and then you're still asleep. I can't. It's stuff like I've been trying to just leave Gramz in her situation because there's other things to talk about. But it's like, come on, man. Some stuff ain't making no sense. And I just hope that if it was her, then Leelee really do put that video out. The neighbors got that stuff, and you take that serious, because I don't take that as no love, as far as like, nobody want me. Like, oh shoot, maybe they really, still is in tune to me. You kind of happy about that, but they sent 2 other people, and they went in like, no, she could have been planning on doing anything. And I'm sorry, I know we see Leelee acting in Gramz, we trying to pretend to be all calm, but I have seen Gramz react her last couple of times that she's been at this house here, when the house that they just had together. I've seen her on that flower prank get a little aggravated and seen like, dang, now I ain't never see her face like that. She was finna get ready to bust Leelee right upside her darn head, even scared Leelee. Leelee was half scared her own self. And when she said, okay, that was it, she's breaking up, finna leave, but Gramz tried to like keep her still. And I was like, okay, well, dang. All right, little Gramz. God dang, ain't now see why Leelee, hey, like you got that thug in you. Now I done seen her react even at a club moment. I done seen her. Then on one of the videos, is not theirs. It's a video I think with their friend when she thought that her homeboy broke the TV, and she almost beat his behind. So it's like little Gramz do have that pit bull spirit in her, well, a lion spirit. But if she is going through something and it's depression, because she do look depressed, I hope she gets some kind of help, and somebody can help this girl with something, and she do deal with that. And I hope to God that it was not her. I really hope not. And if it was, I hope that she go to jail and she get the counseling. Then she can come back and start doing something. Because that's just crazy that you would do this and then get back online like ain't nothing happened. And then you talk about God. God is so good. And, but hey, y'all, check this out for real, for real. I'm just in here working. That's all I care about is work, getting this money. And, I'm trying to figure out why social media keep on talking about just little me. I'm just one little girl, and that's it. But y'all, hey, that's it. And I love God, and y'all, don't forget, man, 50% off on this fresh outfit, because this, if I don't do nothing, I'm gonna be fresh. All right, y'all, I'm out. And I mean, I'm seriously, we out, since that was her part, but this is my part. We out too. So, but y'all, okay, yeah, I'm out.